All right, hi, this is Atticus, and welcome to a new Railway Empire 2 video. We are going to take a look at the new DLC that was just released yesterday. I'm recording this on June 25th, so on June 24th, 2025, they released Industrial Wonders, which has 3 new scenarios. We're going to play one of those, and I also challenged myself to find a way to play them well, do an interesting design, and show you all the new functionality. And I think I've come up with a way. I had a quick look at these guys, and I wanted to do the first one we come to, which would actually be, if you were flipping through them, it would be this one, the Lower Colorado Basin, where we're going to help build the Hoover Dam. So let's see what we've got here. We're in Las Vegas, right up here. We are in 1910. There are 26 cities, 69 rural businesses. The concrete giant. In the early 20th century, the United States are in the midst of the Great Depression. But in the most unlikely of places, in the middle of the Nevada and Arizona desert, an industrial center is being built that will create thousands of jobs. The Hoover Dam is being built on the Colorado River. But transporting the workers and the vast quantities of concrete requires a sophisticated rail network, and that's going to be our job. So let's continue. Now, as I said, I had a look at this. What I you know that I love, where's our guy? The General. I will not play him unless somebody can come back to me and tell me that that's been fixed, where you can't just cheat and lay track and delete it, lay track, delete it, keep doing that until you have millions of dollars. Hopefully that's been fixed, but I don't know that for sure. So we're going to use the kind of the second best choice, Idris K. Bailey. So we'll get a little less maintenance on our trains, cheaper tracks, tunnels, and bridges, which is awesome. And we'll pay a slight penalty, slightly less bonus from our express trains, but we still get a bonus, so it's all cool. So let's go. Now, we will definitely use manual signals just so we can do Jan Jansen's. If you're watching this and you don't know what in the world I'm talking about, go back and watch some of my old videos or just ask us in the comments and somebody will tell you. All right, so we will be doing city founding. We will be, and this is new, here we go, new functionality, rural business founding. There are times when you'll have a potential rural business out there, like maybe a grain field or a whatever, logging, whatever it is, and you have to actually take it some things in order for it to be set up as a business, which is kind of cool. So you found the business just the way we found cities. We will have to buy ourselves into region, no luxury lines. That's not a problem. That was not one of their greatest implementations, I don't think. Electrification is irrelevant. Flexible production. Depending upon climatic conditions or available resources, the production goods of certain rural businesses can be exchanged for other goods. That would be cool to see. Maybe we'll see that in a different scenario. So looking forward to that. But anyway, there's the situation we have. So let's continue. 1.45, that's kind of normal or slightly harder than super easy kind of thing. We have no competitors, 3 million. That's a lot of money to start with, particularly during the Depression. Base AI behavior, that's new. Strength of the base AI behavior, I'm not sure what the options are, of course, but that is new that you can tweak the AI behavior. I think it sets its aggressiveness or something. I'm not sure. That would be, I'm looking forward to seeing that. Mergers are on even though they're irrelevant. All that looks pretty normal, the rest of it. So let's go start the game.
In the beginning of the 20th century, there was a growing need for a stable water and electricity supply for the rapidly growing cities in the west of the USA. The Colorado River was to be controlled in order to prevent flooding and create a reliable source of energy for the population and industry. The idea of the giant dam took shape, a huge structure that would provide hydroelectric power for millions of people. The construction was approved by the U.S. Congress, and soon construction began on what was then the largest dam in the world, the Hoover Dam. Before the work could begin, thousands of workers
Now, it'll be interesting
had
to
been
see if
brought
this
to the
came
remote
out.
desert
I'm talking over and I
landscape
realize,
of
sorry.
Nevada.
My headset wasn't working now. I don't know if I have any sound or not. I don't know what's going on. Let's run through the trains real fast. We will be using this heavy Mikado. A mixed train goes 70 miles an hour with good traction. I think it's really, yeah, the Mountain is the default freight train, but it's slower. More traction, but it's just, the speed is more useful, honestly. 68,140 for the Berkshire. That's not 68,140. 71. Well, this is just better. The heavy Mikado is just a little bit better train. Mallet, no. Okay, yeah. We'll be using the Mikado. Now, I need to flip through all of them so we can get those numbers to disappear. There we go. Now, let's go see where we are on research. But before we do that, let's see what our tasks are to see if they might tell us to do something different with the research. Found the city of Boulder City. Transport 80 wagons with one single train line. I hate those. Connecting 3 cities, Las Vegas, Whitney, and Boulder. Transport 100 passengers from Las Vegas to Boulder City. Reach 50,000 citizens in the Boulder City area, which is Boulder City, Colville Bay, and Ragtown. And you can see there are only 12,000 people there now. So what we've got here, we're up here in Las Vegas. You can see our bonuses for connecting to Whitney, to this farm right here. And actually, notice it's that bonus sign is kind of messing it up. Let me find another one here. See that little hammer? It means it has to be built. So that's a potential wool place right there, like sheep farm. Here's a potential grain farm here. And then here's a potential city, Boulder City. We've been through founding cities before. Here's Ragtown. We also have to found that. And here's that Colville Bay. That's the other one of the 3 that we have to grow, and it hasn't been formed. So we have to form all these cities as well as, keep our economy afloat and everything else. So it's very cool. So far, I love this. The little bit I've seen of the scenario, I love it. And now, as I said, I wanted to challenge myself to come up with a design that would be interesting, that would be different, at least somewhat different, and that I would enjoy playing, and that would show you, the new functionality. And I wanted to throw in a hotel because I've had 1 or 2 of you ask me to do some more videos about using hotels. And there's not much to say about them, but I'm going to use one heavily here, and hopefully it'll work out nicely. So we've got this region with Las Vegas, Whitney, and some rural businesses. We need this guy. We've got to found the city for sure. So let's buy access into that. And I think, that's all we can do. Everything else is red, meaning something else has to happen before we're going to have the ability to access that. Okay, so what are we going to do? Okay, I really want to show you the new warehouse functionality and the forming or founding of a rural business, right? So we're going to do both in one fell swoop here. Well, sort of. Most of it. We're going to go here to this farm that's kind of nice. We got our 2 cities here and our 3 that we have to build over here. And this is kind of in the center. So what we're going to do here is put a station. Let me think where I want to put this station. Yeah, right here, I guess. Okay. Put a station like this. Okay. And we're going to rename this one, of course. This one is going to be Attican. Because we're kind of, in my mind, forming the little village or little town of Attican here. We're really not. We're just doing the farm, but that's okay. All right, so we've got Attican. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put a warehouse on Attican, right? And here's for our first glimpse at the warehouse functionality change. Automatic distribution. So if we do automatic distribution, basically it's really simple. If I keep automatic distribution, I'm playing Railway Empire 2 style warehouses. If I turn that off, I'm playing Railway Empire style warehouses where you could just say, store something here and go out and you could set up a line to carry it. And the warehouse itself creates demand so that the line will run. And then you can decide what to do with those goods later, right? We're going to keep it on automatic distribution. I love the way the Railway Empire 2 ones work. But later on, I'm pretty sure we'll be able to find a reason to do it the other way. So we're going to have 6 goods in here. We will have grain, right? This is going to become a grain farm. The beauty of this is we'll get a bonus for connecting to it, and it'll be ours. We'll own it, right? So let's see. We won't do corn. We will do potatoes and beans. Those are new, and that's a great idea. Potatoes and beans, absolutely great idea for the supply chain. Lumber. We will do bread and meat, and let's do a raw material, milk. So we're going to keep potatoes, beans, lumber, bread, meat, and milk in this warehouse, and it's going to be used as a routing station or a distribution center, not just storage like a Railway Empire Railway Empire warehouse. It's going to be used like a Railway Empire 2 warehouse, and it's going to route things around for us. Okay, so we got that set up here in Attica. Okay, now to establish this farm, we have to take it some stuff. We need to take it 12 lumber, 8 potatoes, and 4 meat. And that basically takes the lumber out to build the place and some food to feed the folks who are going to work there and live there until they're established. Okay, cool. So this is going to be, the way I'm looking at this is going to be the center of our universe right here. At least for the first, I don't know how long of this thing, because I haven't looked at very much of this, so I don't know how everything's coming, obviously. So what I want to do is connect this up and have my raw materials and meat and bread come in here and then get distributed out to all 5 of my cities. The 2 that exist and the 3 that we're going to found, right? So I'm thinking of this as, if I look at it like northwest, we can get this stuff in on the top of the station, if you will, and then down here, and then maybe up this way from the bottom of the station, right? And so I really want to have a lot of lanes here. We have a lot of traffic. We need a lot of throughput. Okay. Now, and the other thing I want to have here, because I said I'd show you hotels again. We're going to add a hotel. This is similar to the one we did. I think it was Milano Magnifico, I think it was called, in the last DLC. But we're going to have our warehouse here, and we're going to have our hotel here, and this is going to be a hopping place. All right, so let's run. I'm thinking of this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things coming in there. These 2 could share a line, that would be fine. And the rest of them could each have their own, or well, they could share, but we could make sure we've got like 4 and 4 lanes, platforms to run into. Okay. So that being said, let's see, let's go to Whitney, put a station in Whitney, like maybe, we'll go there. Let's put a station in Whitney right there. And we'll connect it up. And I think we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4 for the others. 5, 6. So that would be that guy right there. This early in the game, we do not want tunnels or bridges if we can avoid it, provided we can keep our speed up. So there we go. There we go. All right. Let me double check myself. We're going to save 4. That'd be the right-hand side. That would be the right-hand side. Build that, double track it, and give it gridiron on this side, and hold off on the gridiron over here for just a moment. Now, I said the two cities could share, and that's, yeah, that's fine. All right, so let's go Las Vegas. That's our hometown. All right, and let's come out of Las Vegas. Now, do we want to go directly? I really would like to go directly and Las Vegas to Whitney potentially. May or may not need that. Now, the problem is I'm going to have to almost like drop around it like this to pull that off. If I'm going to do that, I may as well just go in like this. He said, okay. All right, so there's a direct line, Las Vegas, and that would be to the upper track. So let's scoot this over one, build that, double track, give it a gridiron. Okay, now we should have 4 tracks down here. Yes, and we can give them a gridiron. Don't want to get wider than 4. That seems to be the limit to have your throughput remain decent. All right, so we've got these 2 connected. Now we want these 3 coming in on these other 4 tracks right here. That should be fine. So we could do one. Actually, given how they're set up here, in fact, I think I'm going to change it slightly, change my thinking. I think I'm going to have 2 of the tracks go this way, up to the Milk and on up to Colville Bay. And then 2 of the tracks go out through here like this. This one can come over. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll go here. I really should be doing it from this view so I can see the grid out, the elevation changes. Okay, so we'll go Harris Train here, and we'll go from here into here, and then double track it back out. Then we'll go up to the Wood. And come down. Like so. And notice that distance. Look how far I'm going on the map. A long, long way. But notice that's only 8 miles. I love the scale. This is a much tighter scale than we've seen on a lot of our maps. And I really like this. It feels more up close and personal. It also looks more realistic. Okay, so let's go here. And set up track to come in and merge like so. Like so. So now we've got 1, 2, 3 raw materials, 2 manufactured goods, and some passengers coming in from the northwest. Let me think what else we're going to want. This will be grain, but I want to have a dedicated grain going to that bread. And I want to have these cattle going directly to the meat in Whitney. So let's go this. Okay. And come into Whitney. Like so. That looks good. I'll double track it and then pull it back. That, okay, that'll give us cattle. Then I want the grain going there. And I could have put one station, could have done both of those. And that would have been smart in the sense of saving money on maintenance, but that's okay. I'm happy with this. Okay. So you go here. so. And like so. Okay, we've got meat, we've got grain, we've got our connections. So this side of things looks pretty good. Now, do we want Las Vegas directly to Whitney? We might. Let's look at those tasks again. Found Boulder. Now here's the one. Transport 80 wagons, single train line that has Las Vegas, Whitney, and Boulder City in it. So it can be anything, but it's got to have at least one time of each of those cities in there. And then 100 passengers, directly from Las Vegas to Boulder City. Now, my hotel deal, I don't know if that's going to count, so I'm going to assume it doesn't. I don't want to take a chance. And we'll run a direct line from Las Vegas down here to Boulder. All right, so let's work on that side of the world. And we don't have any trains yet, so I got to watch. But we can run till we're out of money, and when we get our loan, then we can worry about actually having trains that run on this thing. All right, so let's go Boulder City. We're going to found Boulder City. And let's run track. Let's think about it. We got 1, 2. We want to go to the Hoover Dam. That's 3. And then this and this up here. That's 4, 5. And then eventually to that as well. I think we could use like Boulder and I forget this. What's it called? Ragtown. Boulder and Ragtown could run off of this set, and then Hoover Dam, and we've got this free to go up that way. Yeah, that's right. So we got plenty of track to play with down here. So let's just run it off. We'll run it off of this, like this. And before I commit to that, I want to think: is it possible that we would have like a raw material, like the milk or cattle or wool coming in there? No, that's unlikely. Another city, we probably wouldn't do that. So I think we're okay with that. We can use that track. Okay. So we'll connect that, double track it. Then we'll put a gridiron here. Then we'll go to Ragtown. And set up track. Now, do we want dedicated track for it? Yeah, oh man. I'm thinking back to the old me when I first started Railway Empire, man. I would have had dedicated track, wouldn't I? So let's go for it. Let's go up here like this and like that. Let's double track it like that. And now we've got 4 tracks here. So we'll get our gridiron and we'll get a gridiron down here. We still got 400,000. Now this Hoover Dam, this eventually will be the construction site. Right now, it's got this little thing here that actually generates tourists, right? So what it's really doing is creating passenger traffic, right? Because there's no town here, there's nothing to establish, but this little deal here generates passenger traffic. And this little guy right here is debris storage site, actually generates gravel, basically from people digging the Hoover Dam. So we've got a source of gravel and we've got a place to send people. So we can go, do we do yet another one? Yeah, of course we do. We go out here like this and we come to Hoover Dam and we'll give it 2 connections as well. And we'll come out like that. Oh, we won't do that. We will not do a tunnel like that. No. That tunnel is going to go. And that 27 miles an hour is going to go as well. I can live with that. Okay, that's the bottom, good. Double track it, good. We don't have our 4 yet. I'd like to have them. Let's see if we can build them here. Nope, I only want 4. There. Okay. That's about far as we dare go until we get some money. Okay. Our company value is 3.09. Well, our company value is 3.09, he said. Crap. I think if we take that, we can only take that. Is that true? Or didn't somebody, I thought Johnny sent me an email, sent me a comment that wasn't actually correct, that we've been overdoing that. I thought the rule was 10%. So if you take 10% of 3,093,000, it's just over 300,000. It's 309,000, right? And unfortunately, this lowest bond is 316. That's too high. Ah, crap. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna take the second one. Oh man. Oh, it sucks. That sucks. Then we can't. Okay, so oh well. Okay, so we don't have very much money to work with. All right, let's think about. I would like to have this engaged, but we got to have some trains. So I think maybe trains first, and then get that last city on there. All right, so let's go. Well, we'll get some nice bonuses. When we get this going, and we get this going, and we get that going, we'll have some nice bonuses. So remember, we've got this one that's one single train line, Vegas, Whitney, Boulder. All right, so we're going to go Vegas to Attican, to Whitney to Attican, to Boulder to Attican. Okay, and that will count, and we'll just haul stuff that way. And we're going to use the heavy Mikado, and we're going to do a bunch of these trains. Okay. Now let's get some wood going to Attican. And I'm not going to set them to freight, because if I leave them automatic, I have a less chance of messing them up and accidentally calling them express or something like that. So we'll get our potatoes rather, and head to Attican with one train. And we get our beans here. And let's see. Let's go here to here. And let's go here to here. And we could do one more train. let's do here to here. And we're broke, and let's go. Whoa, stop, halt. I didn't forget them, but then again I did. We need signals on all this. And then we will need supply towers. You notice I don't have those yet either. That's intentional. I haven't forgotten those either. I was going to wait till the whole thing was laid out to see where we want them. And also we're going to let them run a bit and get us some money so we can afford the silly things. Let's see. Let's get our signals set. And here, no, we don't need a Jan Jansen necessarily there. This is good. That's good. Okay. And what I'm looking at is, do we have enough room to make sure we can get a train off the main drag and not hold anybody up, and we're good on all that. Okay. That looks good. And that all looks good. Okay, now we can run it and see what happens. Should get a connection bonus here. There we go. All right, now I'm going to pause it. Well, I'll get one more bonus. And we won't get that one until we actually form that. But we should get this one down here, but we don't have a train running it, so maybe that would be a good place to put one. Here to here. Go get that bonus for us. Well, maybe we won't get that one until we form it. That is possible. That's more than possible. That's the truth. So we're going to have to wait on those two bonuses. So I'm hoping, we'll make some money. Let's get a little bit more money, and then we'll set up Colville Bay as another consumer coming out of Attica, and that way more stuff will get shipped down, right? Oh. And I said, see how well this is doing? Now, the 100 passengers, you don't see any. I'm not sure we're going to get credit for those, so I'm going to do something to make sure that we do. Actually going to add, we'll add a lane here. I'm going to go add 2 lanes. Yeah, why not? All right, I'm going to add a train over here. Now we've got a task that's specifically passengers, okay? So we're going to add a train from here. We're going to make it express. And we're going to make it run 100 passengers would be, there's 40 in a carriage. So you'd need 40, 80, and a third one. So I'm going to have it run a minimum of 4 to make sure it has enough. So that one train, one run, that task is over with. And it's going to run not quite full, but essentially full. It's going to go over there and sit out of the way on track 4. And then we're going to go back, but we're going to run the same train because we got the speed. There we go. Why don't you take those people somewhere? Go to Boulder City and go. And there we're slowly picking up passengers. And as we have enough, we'll run that thing one time and that task will be over with. Okay. Done. What we can do. Research. Did I not look at the research? Oh my word. I'm sorry, I'm out of practice. Apologize. Let's go all the way back. See what we missed is good down here. Maximum speed. Yeah, we'll take it. Let's see. What else we got? Recruiting. We'll pass on that. That's not worth the points. There's other things that were worth more than that overall. Saboteurs, we don't care about at all. Track construction, about 5%. Could have had that to start with. That's all right. All right, as soon as we get 2 stars, we'll go get track construction. And let's let this thing run. How many we're up? We're up to 9 passengers now. There we go. Got a bonus, and look at that. Now, Attican is a farm, and it is a grain farm, which we own. And we're already set up to ship it all over the place. Okay. Oh, we got some money. Let's go up here. And found, and found Colville Bay, which I have to admit I've never heard of. Colville Bay. I don't know what that is. And this is kind of choppy, mountainous territory here, so I want to keep this cheap. There we go. Come out by the milk because we're going to want that milk. This should do it. Yeah. Okay, keep our speed. Go, go, go. Crazy about this area. This is too slow. There, that looks good. All right, now this area, that slope is not great. One little tunnel takes care of that, or possibly we don't even need the tunnel. We do not. Good. Beautiful. 6 degrees, maybe we can get rid of that. Maybe not. That's kind of sitting up there by itself up high. Let's go back to... There. That'll do. And that's going... to the downside, that's correct. We'll double track that. We'll put switches up here, and then we'll set up our, oh man, I've got this messed up, don't I? Well. We've got the switches here. So this has been messed up. That's really cost us, okay? This has not been working properly, if at all. Or I got trains here that didn't even want to run, I'm guessing. Or they wouldn't go back. Now they're going back, okay. Here and here. Okay, let's get trains going from Attican to Colville. There'll be nothing on them at first, but should be quickly. Let's get a couple of them going for now. A little grain, okay, got something. And now the word's gone out to all these others that, hey, got another customer up here for you. All right, what are we doing? We're almost done with that single train line, then we could maybe consider blowing it up. And founding Boulder City. We're making any progress there? We're making some progress there.
Boulder City was now supplied by
the they're their train line. So let's think about, do we want to get rid of that thing?
Was secured.
Finish another one? No, same one. Okay. Do we want to get rid of that line? Where is it? This one? I'd almost rather have just a line Las Vegas to Attica, another line Whitney to Attica, another line Boulder to Attica. I would prefer that, and I'm regretting the name Attica now. I'm just saying my own name over and over and over. So forgive me. I stroke my ego here. All right, I'm just going to make this two trains, Las Vegas to Attica. And then we're going to build a line that goes Whitney to Attica with a couple of trains on it. And then Boulder City to Attica with a couple of trains on it. Okay. And I don't know how many we've got on this. I'm going to check this. If it's just one, we'll make it two. Yeah. We'll make this two trains. And let's go with that and see how that goes. Okay, now we got to think about supplies. I want to put them in places where we don't have to have a million of them, but I also want to put them in places where we don't have traffic jams. Let's try right there. Right there. Yeah, maybe right there. We're going to need one here for that line. And maybe down here for that. Then we need it down on this end as well. That might work. It gets all of those. Now we got to think about maintenance. Now, do not want maintenance here. Well, we couldn't anyway. We've already used up to 2 slots. So we want to put maintenance out to all the rest of them. And we do have trains that only go there, right? So that means if we either have to put maintenance here or we have to put maintenance all over the place. And I think we're going to go all over the place. So while everything's running, we're waiting. I think we're just going to go ahead, bite the bullet, and start spending the money on the maintenance. Set it at 100%. 994 is 600 of that was bonus, so we're not making much money, right? We're not exactly growing rich here. I think we're getting the task done, I hope. Let's do all the little towns first and then go out and get the Okay, cheaper track. And residual value. In-service training would be okay, actually. Let's get the residual value. We'll just work our way across this thing. All right. We need to get our raw materials repairs. See, look at this. We're not making any money. Yeah, let's go. Do I have anything to do with that money? We're finishing off the repair setup. We've got supplies. We've got all the trains we're going to run for the time being. I think don't really. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I don't really need that money right this minute. I'll just, each time we hit 80, I'll just put in another repair. We're almost done with them anyway for right now. Got these two over here. And they don't really need it because they get repairs in the cities they're going to. Oh, Hoover. We didn't do the Hoover Dam. All right, we've got our repair set. We've got supplies.
The workers had arrived
and
in
we
Boulder
finished
City.
something. There's our passengers. Now that train can go away. It's just, it was just a, for the purposes. Is this the one? Yeah, this is it. He can go away. All right. So we got that done. And we're working on founding these cities, I hope. Yeah, look at this. We're close. One more lumber and
Boulder
we got it. There we
City
go.
was founded,
Good timing.
and the workers now
Settler bonus of
had a home
500.
in the
Okay.
Nevada
We
desert.
definitely want to use the settler bonus. That's going to double our growth rate for these. So we're going to do settlers bonuses for all these. That's going to cost a lot of money. So now I do need that money. 6.477. 6, 5. Now we better just take the biggest one and be happy we've got it. And go here to Boulder and give them a settler bonus. And an industry. Now we haven't really looked at the supply chain. I've had a peek at it, but we've got the grain, potatoes, and beans. I think those are good additions. Lumber, which should be called wood, I think. But that's okay. Lumber's okay. Bread, meat. And we also, you can see very early, you get cloth. And these are all kind of your manufacturing things, so they're not dependent upon the population so much. What's that? Sulfur, that's a new one. Sulfur, slag, that's kind of new. Copper's new. Oh, these will be cool. Oil. So you can see, look at this. You get milk from 15,000, cheese from 20, clothing from 25, planks from 30, sawdust from 30. Sawdust, they actually want sawdust. Paper, 35, and this is new. Copper wire, I assume we make it out of the copper. And they want gravel. And they want tools at 50. Oh, my word. Canned foods at 55. So much more aggressive. I like it. Much more aggressive supply chain, if you will, if things come up sooner. So we want to have, we've got meat in our system. We've got bread. We've got a new space right here. So the next industry that pops up, I think, is cloth, right? So if we put cloth right here, there's a wool right out here that we can build ourselves, right? So 630. What's the textiles going to cost us? New production, weaving mill, right there. Okay. didn't even look to see what it cost. I just built it. Way to be on top of it. Okay, so we just got to grow this area, and I want to have the right industry so that we're feeding, everybody else as efficiently as possible. So up here we can form found another rural business. So this is a potential wool that we're going to want to bring down here to Boulder City to our new weaving setup. So let's put a station in here. It technically doesn't have to have repairs. It wouldn't be bad to have it, but let's kind of hook it into the system like this. And where's he going to get his supply? Well. Now he's got to get from here over here, right? Now we could give him a new... does he really need a different item? I'm tempted to give him more track. Yeah. Every time we play Railway Empire 2, we realize that, man, 4 tracks is so much better than 2 at these cities. Okay. Even little tiny towns like this. So let's go with a 4. All right. And then let's go... There. All right, let's get this set up and we'll call it a day on this first episode. So let's go here and up here and connect in to that track without spending all the money we ever have. Okay, let's go here and raise this up. That works. Oh, what I could do while we're waiting on that, this will be easy to set this up. What we're going to do is have a train, new rail line from Attica to here, because it has everything that they need. We'll choose a Mikado. We'll go. And unfortunately, not much ready for it just yet, but there will be. Now that demand is known, more stuff will be in here for it. Okay. And let's go back to track building. I'll tell you what we could do. We could absolutely consider going like that and saving ourselves a small fortune. I think that's worthwhile. We'll go here. We'll have to anchor it and go across. Come up here and join, and then we'll have to go back here. Oh, that worked out just fine. Did it? Doesn't that look weird? Doesn't it look like they're crisp, like this one's going under and that one's going over? I guess it's because it just hadn't been built yet. Let's just see what happens when we build it. Okay, it looks right. It looks right, more or less. All right, let's put signals in and see what happens. Now that's kind of a short block right there, but I'm not concerned about it because it'll have to clear up for trains to move through there anyway. So eventually that'll give us the hookup for this. So let's let this run. Now you see Ragtown technically right now is diminishing, but it has an industry slot, and we can give it the settler bonus of 500. Ooh, a lot of money. Might have been better off ignoring this right here, because this is going to create a whole new can of worms we'll have to deal with next episode anyway, which is, being able to exchange that next set of goods. But we'll get to that in a minute. Well, probably in a day. 6.83. Come on, give us a loan. Nope, no loans in sight. I think the next thing for us to get is this settler bonus for 500 or whatever it amounts to. See, as the population grows, this actually goes down. See, it's down to 450. But that's because you're buying less value, if you will, because you're having it double for less population. It increases your growth by 100%, but just from wherever you happen to be. So, can we do it yet? Nope. We can do it now. Okay, we'll give them a bonus. Get these two growing nicely. We've got an industry opportunity here too. We've got milk up here we haven't run down into the system too. Hey, we've got a lot of stuff to do. Now let's do something. Let's go here. They need that milk so much earlier, you got to be ready for it right away. And that makes sense to me, that they would need milk early, sooner rather than later. Milk, planks, just makes sense. Clothing. Okay, I think we may want a Jan Jansen here. Make sure we can get the train. If we run more than one train, we can get them all out of the way. And we'll go down here to Attican with that. Running full. Go. There we go. Headed for Whitney, the first batch. Makes sense. Whitney's the closest town to Attican. All right. Are we close up here? We are relatively close. Not there yet, but we're getting there. That begs the question, do we need another train? We do. This guy right here needs a buddy. Or no, oh, I wish I'd used my Blah Razor copy technique. That would have been better. Yeah, I see you get that increasing distance crap, but it's okay, just two trains. All right. I'll try to remember that next time. Okay. Now what's going on here? Oh, that's done. So this train here we can repurpose. He doesn't need to go to Attican anymore. He can go to Boulder City. Once I give them a gridiron on this side. Okay, so you can go Ward Rest, run full, Boulder City. There we go. Now we can start delivering wool to Boulder City and start creating textiles. And we could contemplate a dedicated line to finish that off, but I think I just want to leave the structure as it is. In-service training, we said, would actually be kind of helpful. Well-being would actually be kind of helpful. That's the two that we bumped up for our personnel. Now we get over here, that's extremely helpful. Processing speed. Tunnels would be okay, not a big deal. Well-being again. Let's get the processing speed for 100, certainly. That's the one we really want now. How are we doing? We're up to 23. We got 2 cities founded, and they're both growing nicely with settler bonuses and the whole bit. And I don't think that the immigration office is relevant anywhere just yet. I take that back. It's absolutely relevant in Las Vegas. So we'll put one in. Now this business here, what are we going to do with it? Oh, there's so much to do. We need to stop because there's just so much to do. We're about ready to head into another level of complexity that's going to be fun to deal with. And it'll also, well, no, not quite. I started saying it'll show the other functionality of the warehouse. Not yet, but I do see that coming. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you saw something that'll help you become a better player. I certainly enjoyed playing it. It's fun to get back in Railway Empire 2 again. I hope you'll like, comment, share, and subscribe, and join us for our next Railway Empire 2 video. Thank you.